Okay, so one thing I haven't really talked about on this channel yet is James Gunn's DCU. So I think it's pretty fitting right now, since I think Waller or Creature Commandos is coming out next year, and Superman Legacy coming out in 2025 in July, I believe. I'm gonna give my ranking on the projects coming out in his new DCU that I'm the most hyped for, and then it'll go to least. We'll start from what I'm least excited for, and we'll go all the way to the top. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for this. And number 11 is Paradise Lost, and the reason it's this low is because I'm not really interested in this story, because I don't think Wonder Woman is going to be in this film. I think it's going to be a past film or prequel film of Paradise Island, and I'm not really sure. I'm still gonna watch it, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm just not excited for it, but I'll still watch it and hope maybe it'll change my mind. Maybe it'll be good. I'm not sure, but we don't need this. We need a Wonder Woman film, and I think that's where they should have gone. But I think a lot of the stuff on this list definitely makes up for this. Number 10 is Waller, and although I'm somewhat excited for this film, I'm not really sure what it's gonna be about, because if it was about the Suicide Squad, it would be called the Suicide Squad, but it's called Waller, and if this is about her, becoming who she is, I'm not that interested in it. Like, I like the character, I just don't think we need to flesh out characters in their own projects that don't really need to be fleshed out like that. Like, we don't need projects and movies and shows for certain characters if we don't need it. Like for Waller, we can flesh out a character a little bit in someone else's movie, like a Suicide Squad movie, or maybe even a Peacemaker season 2. But we don't need like a whole project for it. Creature Commandos, I don't really know who these people are. I just know that Rick Flag Sr. is in it, which is pretty cool. I love animated stuff too. Like, I really love animated stuff. Hence, Invincible. I really love Invincible. But yeah, I'm kind of excited a little bit for this. Like, not as excited as like the other projects, but it's new. And if one thing I know about James Gunn is that he can take D-list characters and make them A or S tier characters. Like, he's really good at that. Like, I did not know who Peacemaker was. I didn't know who half of the people on the Suicide Squad team was, and he made me fall in love with all of them. So I definitely have faith in James Gunn bring these characters to life, and I think the voice actors and the characters who played the roles in the animated films will transfer over to live action. I think that's what he said, which I think is very, very cool. So although I'm excited for this project, it's definitely nowhere near my most anticipated project. Now, Swamp Thing. I do know that we got a series. I think it was a series in the past, and people liked it, and it got canceled, so that's kind of an L. But I don't know much about Swamp Thing. I've seen one episode of the OG series, and I didn't really stick to it. Then there was the Swamp Thing in the DCAMU, so the DC animated movie universe, which he was pretty cool in that. Not a lot of screen time though at all. I just don't really know Swamp Thing's full power and like what he can do, and like his story, his lore, and everything like that. And I think this is gonna be like a horror thriller film, which is really cool. I'm glad they're branching out and not just sticking to the cliche action and comedy. Like Marvel's, I still like Marvel, but that's what they're doing right now. And we need more films like this. Hence WandaVision, it was like kind of different with the sitcom and everything. But yeah, Swamp Thing, I'm still pretty excited for this film. I think it's a film. Yeah, I think it's a film, not a series. It's a film. I can't wait until this movie comes out, because I want to learn more about the character. I'm always open to learning more about new characters. And Swamp Thing, he seems really cool, so I'm hyped for it. But not as hyped as Authority, because I did see some lore on them, and they actually seem really cool. and they're rumored to appear in Superman Legacy. I think this film comes out. I think this is the next film that comes out after Legacy, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, I think Apollo's a character. I do have to read up more. I do know like who they are and what they do though. They are heroes. I think they're heroes, but they kind of have a different view on justice and more brutal, I think. And I'm all for that because it completely is like the opposite of Superman's character. And if they, clash, I think that would be very, very cool. If not, that's fine though. It's still okay. I'm just not sure who the villain or what they decide to do with the Authority. I don't know who the villain is gonna be in that film because I don't know who the villain are, these guys, but it's gonna be very interesting. Cause hell, they might make a superhero, or not a villain, an antagonist. They might make the hero or some hero an antagonist in this or something. I'm not sure what they're gonna do. Maybe a villain. I still have to read up more about these guys. Maybe get some comics and read a lot about this stuff. But yeah, I'm very interested in this. Alright, now we start getting into the projects that I am very excited for. And number 6, yeah, we're on 6, is Booster Gold. We've seen him in Smallville, and basically he is I guess you can call him a fake hero. That I think he travels from the future to the past. To he has all this tech too, and he like pretends to be a hero, and like he loves fame and stuff. He's not a villain. He actually is a hero, and I don't know how they're gonna do him in this. I think this is a show, right? I think it's a show that's coming out, and I really want to see him and Blue Beetle. I think he's friends with Ted Kord. I think that'd be cool, and I really want to learn more about this character because don't hate me, but I did not actually see Smallville, and I don't know a lot about this character. I haven't really seen anything, and I think that this would be very, very cool because Booster Gold, he's a character I've always wanted to know more about and see. Like, I've always obviously seen him in like the Lego games. I played all the Lego Batman games, and he's been in every one of those, and even though he's not part of the story, he's still there, and I want to learn more about Booster Gold, so I'm very excited for this film, or this show. Number 5 isn't really a confirmed project that is gonna be in the DCU, but Peacemaker, they have confirmed that they will be or James Gunn will be writing that after he finishes Legacy. So I'm very hyped for Peacemaker Season 2. And, the first season, I think, was one of the greatest superhero shows I've seen. Like, it was very, very good. The villain, he didn't really have any of those, like, motives that you can connect with, like Thanos or something like that. And sometimes it's good to have that. Just a villain being a villain and doing villainous things, like I forgot his name, but he's just a racist villain. Like he's just a horrible human being, and I think those types of villains also are really good because they're a villain for a reason. So we have Vigilante as well. The kind of love story between Harcourt and Peacemaker, the character development within like all the members in the group. It was just the villain too was like really good. We got mentions of the DCU, which once again isn't a thing anymore, but they could probably, because I think this is gonna be retconned a little bit, and it's not gonna be exactly a sequel to Peacemaker Season 1. They might just start over. So, but yeah, I'm very hyped for this one. Then we got fourth place. We got Superman, Woman of Tomorrow. I heard what they're gonna do is they're not gonna make Superman or Supergirl, land on Earth, whatever. They're gonna make her. I think she's gonna land somewhere else, and she's gonna be raised differently, and she's still gonna be a hero, but she's gonna be more brutal. And I think that is such a cool take on Supergirl because Superman Legacy, that's supposed to be a really lighthearted and hopeful Superman, and I really want that to oppose Supergirl, because we don't want them being the exact same character, because that'd be kind of boring. I think that idea would be really, really cool if they do. I do have to read the comic though. I'll put it up on screen right now. I do want to read this because I think this is what they are basing it off of, and I'm very, very hyped for this because like it's just so different, and I'm always like going to theaters, you know, watching something different and not the same story over and over and over again. So this is gonna be really fun. I'm very, very excited for this one. The Green Lantern show. They're doing kind of like a buddy cop series with Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. This is gonna be amazing because the last Green Lantern we've seen, we're like live action. We're not gonna talk about, you know, Ryan Reynolds and that because wasn't good. But this is gonna be amazing. You know, maybe we can explore the pink. I think the purple, blue, orange, red, yellow, all of those different Lantern Corps. I think was love. I think it's compassion, love, compassion. You know, rage, greed, and then it's just all of those. I think will be cool to explore because they're gonna be, you know, going through the galaxy. We also have Guy Gardner, aka Nathan Fillion, in Superman Legacy, which is gonna be really cool. And bro, I'm so excited for this because we haven't got live action. We have technically got Jon Stewart, I think, in Zack Snyder's Justice League. I don't think it was added though, but it almost was a thing. But now we're finally getting Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart live action together, doing like a cool series. I can't wait for it. It's gonna be amazing. Now, number 2, Batman Brave and the Bold. This is gonna be amazing because obviously we have the Batman, and I think the Batman is gonna feel much more different than this because that's just you know, on standalone and more, you know, like it's really dark. In this one, we're getting Batman Damian Wayne, and we know that Damian Wayne is a dark character because he was raised by the League of Assassins and Ra's al Ghul, Talia al Ghul. I don't know if we're gonna start the movie with him being an established character and Batman's son. I hope not. I hope it's more like of, you know, Talia come and be like, you know, you have a son, and they kind of like what they did in the DCU, the anime movie universe, where Talia came, you know, said you have a son, and they build a relationship. I think that'll be cool. I don't know what they're doing with Red Hood. I hope that Red Hood isn't part of the Bat family already. I think they're gonna have Nightwing, maybe Tim, and then Batgirl. I think it's confirmed that Nightwing is established, and I think it says something about the Bat family, so that's gonna be very interesting. I want Batman to be dark, but I want him to be, you know, kind of still like a father figure as well. I want him to be both, you know, like when he puts like Hal, very dark and brooding, and then when he takes it off and he's more like of a dad, he's kind of strict, that stuff. I think that'd be very cool. And the villains we can get in this is, oh, bro, I can't wait. I'm not sure if they're gonna do Joker again. Maybe we can have Man-Bat, Riddler, Clayface, Penguin, Mr. Freeze, all of his notorious villains. We definitely have to have the Court of Owls in this. I think that'd be amazing. Maybe they'll do the Red Hood story. I'm not sure, but there's so many possibilities with this because it's a new universe and it's gonna be amazing. But number 1 spot, you all guessed it, is Superman Legacy. And the reason this is at 1 is because, well, 1, we've already had a Batman, well, like a Batman franchise out right now. We've had a lot of Batman projects in the past. Superman Legacy, the last Superman they did is Man of Steel. And don't hate me, although when I was younger, I liked the movie and everything. I don't think that's what Superman should be, and that's not the tone of film Superman should be. The suit is also, like, the suit on Cavill was good, but I've been asked this question, right? Like, if the suit in Man of Steel is a good suit, and it's a good superhero suit, but it's not a good Superman suit. I feel like Superman suit should be more vibrant and, you know, hopeful. I want to look at it and be like, damn, I'm inspired right now, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they're gonna have Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, the morphing dude. Then we have Guy Gardner. I don't think they're gonna overshadow him at all. I think they're just gonna establish that Superman is in a more connected universe, maybe by meeting one of them, contacting, you know, talking a little bit, and then just flying off, whatever. But, you know, maybe Lobo. I think Lobo should be a villain in this. I think we build up to a movie where Supergirl and Superman fight Brainiac. I think there's so many good possibilities for this, and I think this film has to be like Superman and Lois. You know, give Lois her, you know, have Lois do stuff on her own as well. Like, you know, she doesn't really need Superman as much, but she does. You know, she still kind of is a little bit. She can't do the big stuff, but she can do like reporter size stuff and, like, you know, investigations. And then have Superman, you know, give hope to the city. You know, stop all those big bad guys and kind of, I guess, kind of like how Spider-Man 2 had, you know, Peter and MJ work together. Like, kind of have like that dynamic with Superman and Lois. And dude, I love this. So I love Superman Legacy. I love the direction they're going. I really hope it's not dark, because I will be very sad. But no, definitely tell me what you guys thought of, or what you guys think of the DCU down below. If you think James Gunn's gonna fumble. Me personally, when I heard James Gunn was doing the DCU, some people didn't like it. Dude, he made the Guardians trilogy, all good movies. Suicide Squad 2, one of the best comic book movies, and then Peacemaker, one of you know, the great, or not the greatest, but like a really good comic book live action TV show. He's made all these, and I feel like I have so much faith in him making it. He seems so passionate about it too, and that's what we're lacking these days. You know, writers and directors not being compassionate about their projects they're doing. So I have a lot of faith in this. Once again, comment down below what you guys think of this, and don't forget to like and subscribe as well. Thank you all for watching. Peace.